I'm Trina and today is Top 5 Wednesday. This week's topic is top 5 books that involve travel and they can be of any genre. Let's be real, The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings is like the ultimate travel story. Both stories strongly feature an actual quest or journey across their entire world to accomplish some task. So when I think of traveling in a book, this is what immediately comes to my mind. But I've been talking about that one way too much lately, so we're going to do 5 other books instead. At number 5, I'm going to go with the Legend trilogy by Marie Lu. I don't think the first book features a ton of travel, but books 2 and 3 do. Our main characters actually go to continents other than the United States, which is really cool to see in a dystopia because a lot of times you're wondering, okay, the future of the US is messed up, but what about the rest of the world? And in this series, we actually got to see a little bit of that. And not only that, but there were actually maps in the front of these books. One of my absolute favorite parts of this series was the trip that our characters took to Antarctica. You wouldn't expect Antarctica to be a superpower, but it was, and the way that that society was kind of structured was just really neat to think about. At number 4, I'm putting The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. This story follows our main character as she is traveling overseas to go to her father's wedding, and in the airport she ends up meeting a cute guy who then ends up sitting next to her on her flight the entire trip, and they get to know each other and they kind of develop this friendship and flirtation, and the majority of the book does take place on the plane. It definitely makes you feel like you are right there on the airplane traveling somewhere. At number 3, I'm going to go with the Under the Never Sky trilogy by Veronica Rossi. This is another dystopia or post-apocalyptic series. The majority of all 3 of these books, I felt like the characters were always on the move. A lot of the series involves moving from place to place or searching for a specific location that they don't know if it exists, and I just felt like travel was pretty prominent in that series. Number 2 on my list is going to be In a Handful of Dust by Mindy McGinnis. You guys have heard me talk about this series a lot on my channel because I just absolutely adore these books, but this is book number 2 in the Not a Drop to Drink duology, which is a post-apocalyptic world in which water is very scarce, so the main goal of people is to survive in a world with no electricity, no running water, try to find a source of water so that they can survive. And in this second book, our characters are having to leave home and go in search of another community because they can't live there anymore. They end up traveling on foot from Ohio to California. The entire book is basically about their journey and the different obstacles that they face and the people they come across. And number 1 on my list is Just One Day by Gail Forman. This is one of my absolute all-time favorite books. It follows our main character who is actually on a class trip, one of those multi-stop European trips that a lot of people take after high school, and while she's on this class trip she ends up meeting a guy, and on a whim they decide to go to Paris together for just one day. And although Paris is kind of the main focus of most summaries out there about this book, our main character actually travels to many different countries and places throughout the course of this book. It definitely focuses on different aspects of traveling, being on your own, making new friends, experiencing other cultures, and it definitely made me feel like I had been to some of these places with her. So that is my list of top 5 books that feature travel. Let me know if any of those books would be on your list as well. And what I would love to hear from you guys in the comments is what one place in the world would you want to travel to if you could get away today? Let me know what that is down in the comments because I probably want to go there too. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the comments. Bye!